If you're watching this, give me a second because this video is going to pop up and be annoying and stuff like this. Give me 1 second. I should be able to bypass that. Sorry, my puppy is joining me today. One of the cutest dogs ever in the world. I told her she's going to make this video go viral, even though it's an events video about a specific thing that we're doing in our company. Callie, say hi. Yeah, look at the camera. You sweet little thing. She likes when I hold her like a baby. She's a sweetheart. You want to go back over to you while you're laying down? Oh, I know, I love you. Sweet dog. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share this paper that I'm also going to send to you guys. Okay. So here we go. All right. So this is content for Saturday. Okay. So I put this little thing together. All right. It's just a little paper I'm going to send to you guys so you can read it over, go through some rebuttals and kind of an agenda, little agenda. In addition, you'll see I'll send over to you guys the script with the full rebuttals and stuff like that, the training manual, and just the script itself. Okay, so I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. Like my goal is 15 minutes right now. Let's see how I do. So remember, there's a contest. Most leads set for the day needs to be over 20. Wins $150 and lunch on Monday or Tuesday, whatever is preferable for you. Okay. Monday is the drop off. That's why I said on Monday. Okay. And lunch of your choice, by the way, so we can do whatever you'd like. Remember, as talked about, always have your clipboard on you, even when you're handing out flyers, even as you hand out flyers. Okay. Have the flyers and the clipboard. You'll be good to go. Be considerate of the person you're working with. You are, that should say. You are, you're, there you go, not capital E, Jesus. I should have proofreaded before I got on this probably, so. Constantly be present, constantly be there, not looking at your phone, etc., and know your stuff. I mean, you have 2 days to get the stuff down. If you don't have it down perfectly, please know your stuff. That's what we cannot deal with out there. Is that, okay? So for the call center stuff, we will be texting our leads over to the managers to dole out to the callers. Okay, so they'll be sending them out to the callers. All right, and I'll get that information for you guys and stuff like that. So you have the phone numbers, proper phone numbers, stuff like that. They will call the customer immediately to set up the appointment. Before they enter in the system, they will call the customer immediately to set up the appointment. Okay, if the customer stays there with you, great. If they don't, then fine. We got to move on to the next person. Anyways, we got to be done with these people super quick. They will try to text you over the date and time after they schedule it. After, again, it should say they, it says that. It's proofreading again. Time after they schedule it. If for some reason they get busy, forget, myself and Michelle will go over the leads at the end of the night or the next morning, and we'll text you the results. Now, this is important. Remember your goal. And this is where I don't think we do this enough with events in retail places. We don't set solid goals. You have a target here. You have a quota and a goal here. I know that word quota is constantly looked at as a negative. It's not a negative in this context. Well, it can be, I guess. I mean, it's all about how you look at it. Okay. Just look at it. Just look at it. Make sure that you look at it and just continue to look at that goal. And just when you stop looking at it, just look at it. Sometimes you just got to, this one's for you, Jones. Sometimes you just got to look at it. You just got to make sure, just look at it. It's beautiful. Just look at it. Oh my gosh, would you just look at that? Look at that goal. And if you don't understand that, just type in look at it and just look at it on YouTube and you'll get it. Okay, so remember your goal, 10 leads per person, and pace yourself for it. By the way, that's how I'm going to know whether or not you watch this. While you're watching this is whether you look at it or not. If you look at it, then I'll know that you watched it. If you don't look at it, then I know that you didn't watch it. And then you never hear this, so it wouldn't matter. So and I can see Seth's face laughing at me right now. Remember your goal, 10 leads per person, and pace yourself for it during the day. I know we have 13 people plus myself, Jessica, and Andrew, but again, 10 per will get us beyond where we need to be at, beyond where we need to go. And as just mentioned, that's roughly 1 per hour. Counting breaks, it's specifically 1.25 leads per hour. So you get 2 leads 1 hour, you're covering most of that goal. Okay, so our total goal is 100. Like, this is a goal set by the company when we talked about it, by myself, Jess, Courtney, Linda, is 120 leads. And then I sort of threw in there 220 sweeps with the lead sweep. So that's 100 extra sweeps on, it's not even double the amount of sweeps. So that's fine. We should be able to hit that no problem. Okay. Individual goal is 10 leads and 17 sweeps. Okay. With the lead sweeps again. So those, each lead counts as a sweeps typically too, unless the person doesn't want to sign up for the contest, which happens occasionally, but not typically. That's extremely easily doable. I mean, that's a bad Hershey day back in October. So we or whatever it was, yeah, October. So we got this. This is not a problem for us, okay? Plus managers leads, and then there's a part-time person on Mechanicsburg as well. Marie is part-time on Mechanicsburg for 4 hours. So you add that all together, and the goal I come up with, the stretch goal I come up with, or what I project that we could be at is 145 and 250 sweeps. So that fits right in line with what we want to do. That fits just over what we want to do. If we're going for that and we come in at 120 and 220, then fine. I think that we can get closer to 145 and 250 if we are firing on all cylinders. But we understand what this means. Look, I've been hustling, on this stuff for a little while because I'm stressed, but I'm worried about it. I'm worried that if we're not well prepared, we're going to screw this up. And that's not what I want to be at. It's not where any of us want to be, right? We all want to get this right. We all want to do this properly. It's an easy day if we do this the right way, but we have to know our stuff. We have to have our rebuttals down. We have to be prepared to do it. I know a lot of you guys have said to me in the past, some of you guys have said to me in the past that you're not as comfortable with rebuttaling people at donation locations because of the nature of we're at a store, we're rebuttaling this and that, whatever. I get that. However, remember, we worked Carnes before and we rebutted back then. Back then, we didn't have this thought in our head of, well, if we rebuttal, we're doing something, disrespectful or dishonest or something like that. We got to get that out of our head. That's not what we're doing here. Okay. We're not telling people lies. We're telling people the truth. Where this is how we pay for this stuff. Guys, think about this logically as a company. Okay. No matter how big your company is, if you're doing donation locations, we pay them payroll per month, like an insane amount of money. We would be spending millions of dollars a year in payroll to send people out there. Now, if anybody wants to volunteer to do this for free and stuff like that and not get paid, then fine. That's what volunteer work is for, right? But not only we're paying all this payroll, we're, the vehicles, the U-Hauls, doing the drop-offs, paying for people to go do the drop-offs and stuff like that. All of that stuff, contest $150 per person contest, so up to $450, depending on the amount of people at an event. Okay, plus lunch, all these different things, they cost money. Okay, and that's fine, right? But that the whole point of this is that you need to understand that this is how we pay for doing all this great work. When you think about the amount of families that we've helped, the amount of things that we've done to help families, that you guys have done to help families, again, I could not state it probably better than I stated it earlier. Like, this is so consequential to your area that you live in. And you just go ahead and call some of these food banks and talk to them if you don't believe me. This is so consequential. You could not be doing something more meaningful now for yourself, for your company, and for the community that you live in. It's awesome, but that's why we have to generate business from it, because we need to make it, understandably for the company, we need to make it worth it to do this. And we've done a great job of that so far. We've done an awesome job of that so far. And I know we'll continue doing that, but we need to be prepared. And we need to not be afraid to rebuttal people. As I've said to you, my fear is with this is what my fear has been, because I've seen it play out, that we start off slow and then we end up losing because we start off slow. Our day is going to be made in that first hour and a half that we're out there. If we don't see leads rolling in by, 9:30, 10 o'clock, then we're going to have a problem. It's going to be more and more difficult for us to hit our goal. So we need to hit it early. And that's going to require us to, especially in the morning when it maybe is some busier at some places, less busy at some places, it's going to require us to start rebuttaling right from the jump. We can't decide halfway through the day that we need to click back into gear. So let's click into gear right now so that we're ready to do this. Okay. So here's some sample rebuttals. Okay. So some rebuttal samples that I want to go through with you guys. First is, now keep in mind, these are all for not interested, not ready, not right now. Okay. These are all for that, because that's what we're going to hear mostly out there is not interested, not ready, not right now. Okay. And of course, Mr. Jones, you didn't expect to see me here at Carnes today, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. The quote we leave you with is good for one full year. So you'll have the information for when you're ready, and then go back to the script. So now, sir, did you say that mornings work best for you? We have mornings and afternoons available, sir. What's better for you? Sir, what time did you say you got out of work? Like, you just go back to wherever you left off in the script. Okay. And I'll go through another way to do it too in a second. Second one, as I mentioned, Mr. Jones, because we're partnering with Carnes, we're giving out $500 gift cards to people who donate. All we need to do is leave you with a free quote so you can put this towards your project for when you're ready. Okay. And then again, back to script. Okay. Now let's say that you've rebutted twice now. Let's say this is your second rebuttal. So again, as I mentioned, Mr. Jones, because we are partnering with Carnes, we're giving away $500 gift cards to people who donate. All we need to do is leave you with a free quote so you can put this towards your project for when you're ready. And then back to script could be as simple as, yeah, to do that for you, sir, all that we need is two things. Okay. And sir, the only thing that we ask from you is that you set aside at least 90 minutes, so on and so forth. Move yourself forward in the pitch. You have to move yourself forward in the pitch. As Steven said on the video earlier, make it make sense to the customer. This makes sense. I just donated food. I get something in return for that. That's awesome. That's what people do. I have this contest. I have this $500 gift card. Build that into your pitch. Okay. Build that into your pitch. The person donates. Tell that person when they give the donation, listen, because you donated today, I'm going to enter you to win this $30,000 window makers. I'm also going to give you a $500 gift card for your windows too. What's your name? Bang, like that. Mention the $500 gift card there. Hey, because we're partnering with Carnes today, because you donated today, I'm going to give you a $500 gift card, get your windows done. I'm also going to enter you to win $30,000 worth of windows and doors. What's your name? Okay, bang, enter in. Okay, that $500 gift card, tie it to that. And then this is you leveraging that afterwards. Okay, leverage that. Now the third one maybe is my favorite one. Absolutely, Mr. Jones. When we come out to visit, we just assess your windows, test the energy efficiency, and leave you with a quote. And if you already mentioned the quote, that again is good for one full year. And we give you this $500 gift card for if and when you decide you're ready. And then again, back to script. Not to do this for you, all that we need is two things. Now, you did mention that mornings typically work best for you, sir. Okay, you just move right into that. Okay. Now, don't forget too, I only want to win the contest rebuttal too, because that could be important in settings like this. This is when that's going to come up more than other places, right? So when that comes up, remember what you're saying to that person. So when you do win, this will give us the information necessary to work on your home. But if you don't win, we lock quoting for one full year. So that way, when you're ready, you have the information set aside. Back to script. Very simple. Okay. Simple rebuttals, guys, get the job done. Okay. So clarity is important. Solving their problem is important. Making it make sense to them is important. Okay. And diving right back to the script, moving forward is important. Write those things down. That's what you need to accomplish. Personality is great. Making personal connections is awesome. If you can mold these into that, then great, fantastic. Less important, that is, I just spoke like Yoda. That is less important to this. Okay. I'm not just less important is to that. I'm cracking up. I've been basically working since like 8 a.m., 9 a.m. So I hope that you get this video. I hope that you enjoy this video. I hope you watch it. Okay. And I hope that you, again, look at it. Just make sure that you look at it. Jones, look at it. Okay. Just make sure you look at it. Look at all the documents that you sent. Read over your script. Get it down, guys. You'll kill this one. Okay. Spouse objections. Okay. Last thing. Spouse objections will be a thing. They will always be a thing. They will be a thing. Don't let that go. Way too many people are losing on that. You know how many callbacks I see come by per day that are, needed to talk to wife. Great, talk to your wife. You want your wife there too, so that's awesome. What time's typically best for the both of you? Very, very simple. Okay, sir, that's a great idea. Okay, Mrs. Jones says, I need to talk to my husband. I don't know. I need to talk to him first about the schedule. That's an awesome idea. I'm glad that you brought that up. That's great because we do ask that you're both home for the appointment. So I wouldn't want to do this without you talking to your husband first, talking about schedule first. What time typically works best for you guys? Okay. And so again, like this is important. Okay. Agree with the customer. All right. Person says they need to talk to spouse about time. Okay. Great. That's a great idea. Or you could say, actually, I'm thrilled. You could just say happy. Thrilled is a little bit weird. Happy you brought that up. because, and then of course that would be like the heading to this, okay? Because we actually would like to meet with both of you. What time typically works best? Morning, afternoon, evening. Okay. All right. So you go for that. If they still push it, no, look, I don't even know. Busy schedule, so on and so forth, whatever. At the very least, guys, go for a callback. So I don't want listen, I don't want you to just go for callbacks. Like that's a symptom problems that we've seen right now is too many callbacks, not enough leads. For some people. For some people. Okay. So don't just go for callbacks, but last resort, that's what you sort of want to head towards. Okay, well, look, what's the best time? Remember, if you get by that, okay, but you're still stuck. If you do this rebuttal, you've done all this stuff, but you're still stuck. They're still saying they want to talk to their spouse. Okay, then remember this is important. You could say to the person, okay, well, what time is typically best to reach the both of you by phone? They answer, okay, and you say, this is again last ditch effort, but it's worth it. They answer, and you sly bastard, you say, well, maybe you leave out well. Actually, we are going to have foreman out during that time. And then you go to you again move back towards setting the appointment. You could even say something like, "We are going to have foreman out, during that time." Okay, we are going to have foreman out during that time. Is does that time work? Does that time typically work best for both of you? Does that time typically work best for both of you? That time typically work best for both of you. Look at you guys giving me ideas as we go. That's awesome. I sound like such a douchebag when I said that. my wife's sitting here and I just realized that I sounded like an idiot when I said that. All right, so she probably thinks that I sound like an idiot when I say most of the things I say. So she's probably in agreement with me there. All right, I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough. I don't know why I repeated that twice. I'm going to send this out to you guys right now. It's getting a little bit late, so I'm starting to crack up here. I'm going to send this out to you guys right now. Okay. Some of it. All right. This video it's live right now. So that means that it will be up tomorrow. Okay. So I'll make sure you get this by the morning. I'll send this out with the video in the morning. Okay. Thank you guys so much. And I appreciate everything you guys do. You're doing an awesome job. We're going to kill it.